David Foster Wallace, Infinite Jest. Welcome to the captivating universe of Infinite Jest by David Foster Wallace, where the boundaries between entertainment, addiction, and human experience blur within a dystopian North American stage. Set amidst the engrossing landscapes of a reimagined geopolitical map, you'll find yourself immersed in a world where time is commercialized, and life revolves around the allure of on-demand entertainment. The tale centers around two Boston landmarks, the Enfield Tennis Academy and the Ennet House Drug and Alcohol Recovery House, shedding light on complex themes of addiction and societal disconnect. Wallace keenly examines how people navigate loneliness and addiction through tennis, drugs, and familial complexities, providing an unfiltered glimpse into the struggles of contemporary life. Prepare to explore the prophetic reflections on modern technology, the intertwined lives of flawed yet fascinating characters, and the surreal spin on addiction culture in this richly detailed narrative.
Dystopian Entertainment. Imagine a future where the entire map of North America is redrawn and nations merge into a single entity known as the Organization of North American Nations, ONAN. This altered reality shifts landscapes, gifting parts of the northeastern United States, including vast areas like Maine and New Hampshire, to Canada. Within this zone, now a colossal toxic waste dump humorously rumored to be teeming with rabid hamsters, borders blur and perceptions split. Americans call it the Great Concavity, whereas Canadians insist on the Great Convexity. In this transforming culture, entertainment undergoes its own radical makeover. Gone are the days of linear television schedules. Instead, viewers empower themselves to watch any film or show at any time, loading an endless queue onto their personalized home devices termed teleporters, or TPS. Society even embraces commercialism to a novel extreme, replacing traditional numerical calendar years with brand-sponsored labels. This world, largely set during the year of the dependent adult undergarment, sees its remaining narratives unfold predominantly around Boston. Two strikingly contrasting facilities dominate this landscape, the prestigious Enfield Tennis Academy and the humble Ennet House Drug and Alcohol Recovery House. Geographically and metaphorically positioned at opposite ends of a hill, these institutions play host to intersecting individual journeys. Yet, beneath their differences, they share more than meets the eye. Despite the drastic changes encompassing them, the characters within retain familiar human concerns. Wallace crafts a future that feels eerily plausible, rooted in trends from the late 20th century. The sponsorship of calendar years mirrors the commercial naming of sports arenas, reflecting the pervasive reach of consumerism. Embedded within these entertaining constructs is a sharp critique of human dependency and isolation, painted vividly through the growing technological landscape. Home entertainment's evolution foreshadows today's streaming revolution, a perceptive nod that also warns of its isolating consequences. Connections fray as work shifts homeward and online consumption spikes, heightening loneliness in a world destined to resonate in our post-pandemic reality. At Infinite Jest's heart lies a profound exploration of addiction's multifaceted grip. Here, characters navigate a mosaic of dependencies, be it drugs, alcohol, or media, each story untangling the roots of its descent. Unveiling tales of abuse, trauma, intellectual struggles, and societal pressures, the narrative presents a tapestry of brokenness intersected by the challenges of academia and athletics. Wallace's own experiences as a junior tennis player battling addiction imbue the work with authenticity and depth, marking a narrative that relishes the detailed over the dramatic. This world exists not to force a gripping storyline but to ensnare readers in an immersive realm populated by richly detailed characters, each bearing intricate backstories and nuanced lives. Enfield's Hills and Beyond host these conversations, echoing themes that remain poignantly relevant. Infinite Jest Uncovered. At the heart of this tale lie the Enfield Tennis Academy and the Ennet House Rehab Program, where the lives of the Incandenza family unravel in a narrative ripe with complexity. James Incandenza, a curious figure known for founding the prestigious ETA, stands at the center of this world. A Harvard optics professor and a prolific filmmaker, James left a legacy that his wife, Avril, and her adoptive brother, Charles Tavis, continue to uphold. After his passing, they navigate the intricacies of managing the academy, a unique institution that doubles as a boarding school. James and Avril had 3 sons. Oren, once a promising tennis talent, shifts his ambitions to become a professional football punter. Residing at the academy are his brothers, Hal, a junior tennis prodigy, and Mario, whose joyful demeanor is accompanied by distinctive genetic disorders that limit his physical abilities. Rumors about Mario's paternity float around, casting shadows of familial mystery on Charles Tavis, suspecting him as Mario's father due to the hereditary nature of his traits. Beneath this veneer of achievements and accolades linger personal demons. James wrestled with alcoholism, favoring wild turkey, which was discovered near his body after his unconventional suicide by a modified microwave. Young Hal, who found his father, is left shattered, seeking solace in marijuana within the academy's hidden recesses. Meanwhile, Oren embarks on a tumultuous journey marked by infidelity, shadowed by the specter of his girlfriend, Joelle Van Dyne, who became entwined with James through her role in his experimental films. Among the most chilling is Infinite Jest, a film that ensnares viewers, leaving them in a perpetual, unbreakable trance until they collapse into a coma. This unique phenomenon attracts a Canadian separatist group and the United States Office of Unspecified Services, igniting a vortex of intrigue around the mysterious reel. As the USIS probes this cinematic enigma, Joelle, now at Ennet House, reveals James's unassuming intentions behind the entertainment, suggesting nothing more than a comedic venture. She speculates that the original master tape may rest with James in his Canadian tomb, leaving the hunt muddled and bereft of resolution. Yet, the thriller of the entertainment serves more than to tantalize, it reflects deep-seated themes of addiction. Here entertainment morphs into a metaphorical drug, echoing the novel's broader exploration of human dependency. The narratives entwine as Joelle, a pivotal nexus in the plot, unveils her own spiral of despair post-encounters with Owen and James, perceiving herself as a pawn in their turbulent lives, a feeling that steers her into the wilderness of substance abuse. With threads reminiscent of Shakespeare's Hamlet, the narrative weaves in its titular references. A patriarch's death under suspicious conditions, followed by the power ascension of a widow and her adoptive brother, echoes the play's melancholic undertones, resonating within this modern tapestry of familial and existential struggles. Through a lens both critical and reflective, Infinite Jest delves deep into the human condition, where the lines between addiction, entertainment, and self-destruction blur amidst a sea of unresolved quandaries. Breaking the cycle. Ennet House, located next to a tennis academy, becomes a place of transformation and struggle for Don Gately. Once a promising young athlete like Hal, Don's life spiraled out of control in college due to his addiction to drugs and alcohol. His destructive lifestyle led him into becoming a burglar and a Demerol addict, culminating in a significant downward spiral. A pivotal moment came when a partner in crime brought home a bag filled with stolen pharmaceuticals, forcing Don to confront the destructive path he was on. Now, as a head counselor at Ennet House, Don is a committed member of Alcoholics Anonymous in Boston. He dedicates himself to the organization's principles and diligently supports others in their path to recovery. It's here that he meets Joelle Van Dyne, who arrives after a traumatic suicide attempt. Joelle, disfigured in an acid attack that followed a family dispute, hides beneath a veil, a symbol of the torment and complexities that mar her past. Before her injury, Joelle's stunning beauty was ironically a source of her unhappiness. It isolated her from genuine connections, as men often feared engaging with someone so captivating. Don and Joelle's relationship becomes a beacon of authenticity. Both unencumbered by pretense, they quickly find solace in each other's company. Even as Don lies gravely wounded in a hospital, clinging to sobriety while battling the fear of being administered narcotic painkillers, Joelle's presence permeates his thoughts. His time in the hospital becomes a crucible of existential and spiritual exploration, where the story threads of personal and collective trauma converge. Despite the chaos and pain of his injury, a consequence of defending Ennet House from a neighborhood vendetta, Don's resolve to maintain his sobriety strengthens. Intermingled with his hospital challenges are hallucinatory encounters with the ghost of James Incandenza. James, a filmmaker and a figure shrouded in his own regrets over addiction and estranged relationships, serves as an unlikely mentor, guiding Dawn through introspective turmoil. These spectral visitations unveil a shared sorrow between Dawn and James, a realization of burdens inherited from previous generations. James, unable to connect with his son Hal, embodies the theme that intelligence and potential often accompany profound loneliness and sadness. This cycle of inherited trauma crescendos in a vivid dream where Joelle appears to Dawn as a harbinger of death. She articulates a metaphor suggesting that the women who metaphorically kill you in life, be they distant partners or overbearing mothers, are binding ties that continue into the next existence. This dream reinforces the thematic pulse of Infinite Jest, the relentless, generational nature of trauma that cascades like a familial curse. Yet, Dawn's visions and struggles in the hospital lead him toward an awakening. Engulfed in agony, he discovers compassion and acceptance within himself, foreseeing a possible redemption. If he can endure excruciating physical pain without relapsing, who's to say he can't overcome future adversities? Such reflections underscore the book's meditation on modern existential despair. It poses the poignant idea that intelligence, often hailed as a virtue, can paradoxically deepen life's absurdities, complicating the pursuit of happiness. Throughout the story, many characters grapple for solace in substances and distractions, often sinking into spirals of self-destruction. Dawn and Joelle's unfolding relationship, however, illustrates a rare triumph of human connection. Their honesty and vulnerability with each other illuminate a ray of hope amidst a landscape of isolation. Despite realizing that pursuing a romantic relationship with Joelle would breach the ethical guidelines of AA, which caution against exploiting newly sober individuals' vulnerability, Dawn treasures their profound bond. This mutual respect and understanding not only help break their own cycles of self-doubt and misery but also highlight the potential for kindness and authenticity to transcend life's imperfections. Ultimately, Infinite Jest uncovers a truth that reverberates quietly yet powerfully: the importance of genuine human connections in breaking the chains of inherited pain.
In the poignant closing of Infinite Jest, David Foster Wallace leaves us contemplating the profound interplay between addiction and human resilience. Through the detailed narratives of characters like Dawn Gately and Hal Incandenza, Wallace unveils the cyclical nature of trauma passed through generations, revealing how past sufferings shape present lives. The narrative, although woven with desolation and self-destruction, offers glimpses of hope and redemption, notably in the evolving relationship between Joelle Van Dyne and Dawn Gately. In a world overrun with distractions and dependencies, it is the raw honesty and mutual understanding between individuals that promise to break cycles of isolation and despair. As readers, we are reminded that intelligence and awareness do not assure happiness; rather, it is the striving for genuine connections amidst adversity that underscores the essence of Wallace's exploration of the human condition.